we're gonna listen to the cover released from Arcane,
Sure.
the Netflix series, which is inspired from League of Legends, if I'm not wrong. We
Esports,
have
man.
we have in that the latest what the band released, right? It's the latest that you've
Right.
released. It's not in any way connected to the album, right? It's just the cover. But it gives a
It's
taste
connected
of the
sound
music.
wise.
Sound wise. Okay. So we're gonna switch to
Sound-wise,
Arcane.
kind of.
Kind of. We're gonna
Yeah.
switch, listen to it, and then talk a bit about it after that. And maybe move into some snippets from the album that I haven't heard yet. Let's go to Arcane.
Sure.
I am the monster you created. You ripped out all my parts. And worst of all, for me to live, I gotta kill the part of me that saw that I needed you more. I hope you know we had everything, and you broke me and left these pieces. I want you to hurt like you hurt me today, and I want you to lose like I lose when I play. What could have been? What could have been? Why don't you love who I am? And what we could have been? I am your ghost, a fallen angel. You ripped out all my parts. I couldn't care what invention you made me, 'cause I was meant to be yours. What could have been?
So that was Arcane. I would say it's not that expected from Ostura to be covering that track. I wouldn't say it's not great. I just said, why did you choose to cover it, and how did that go?
Anna?
Danny, go ahead.
It's actually that's how it went. It was like I watched the show. Because again we are in since I work in an esports company, everyone knows League of Legends, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, League of Legends released a series and blah blah blah," and they were like, "You got to watch it." And I was like, it's anime. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not. I don't know if I like it, but it ended up being one of the best things I've ever seen. So I told Danny, like, Danny, you have to watch the show, and there's a song in the show that is I wish I had written. Just like it's one of those songs that you wish you have written. So Danny heard the show, watched the show, and fell in love with it as well. And we were like, and I told Danny that let's do a cover of the show. And Danny was like, no, we have lots of things. We need to produce stuff for the crowdfund. We need to push that. We have to do that. What if we use that to push the crowdfund as well? Like give people a teaser, like what we're doing. No, I don't know. You're remote now. It's difficult because now we live in different cities. So, but Danny was always like, don't get me wrong. I love the idea. I love the song. I'm just worried about how we're gonna pull it off logistically. So especially because like Danny is in his studio and I'm not in a studio. I don't have a studio built here. So that was a challenge. So then it was like, no, we're doing it. We're 100% doing it. And then we proposed the idea that from an stylistic approach, that what we're gonna do. So we practically started working on it early December, and we pulled it off in like a couple of weeks. Danny can pitch in also from his perspective how things started.
Well, actually, concerning the live performance, I'm pivoting into that. So this is the kind of thing that I like to do. Is we were trying to get the rights to publish the cover, and in doing that, Elia got in touch with the guy in charge of marketing for League of Legends in the Middle East,
For Riot Games,
and he got in touch with League of Legends, like Riot Games, the people who made the show, and we are gonna try and pitch us as Ostura to write a song for season 2 of Arcane. So that to me is a lot more exciting than playing live. I mean, it's still a long shot, right? It's tough, but that for me is permanence. That's something like it's on a show that people seem to like. It's exciting. And you're working with like A-list, producers, and it pays also. So it's like a way to sustain, making this kind of music.
It's a very
we wanted
way to reach an audience and
I've gotten to know a lot of artists because of the series or movies that I watched. Like, what is this song? And then I, look it up. It's like, oof, it's by this random indie artist or rock artist who I've never heard of. And then now they're becoming famous because the show is becoming famous and so forth. And so because our music is very visually inspiring, I think doing the cover for the show
it doesn't sound
was an
to me,
opportunity.
it doesn't sound to me like a challenge for you to make a track for season 2. It just sounds to me like it comes natural for your band to be doing that, because you do work on the cinematic style things.
Actually, that would be
everything that we do in this band is a challenge. Everything.
but Rami, this is something that Danny, I totally agree with Danny on that one. As I tried to mention earlier, the logistics is just not, it's one thing, but also it's what type of band do you want to be? Who says that the only scenario for you to be in a band and to get exposure is to go and play and rock? Because as I said, it's not every band can do that, I'd rather, and when I spoke about the spectacle, and we're ambition that in that way. I mean, what I would playing, like someone in the comments, like I think Joe said that, why don't we play in shows like Vacan or like anything? For me, that would be cool. But you know what would be cooler is to play with the Philharmonic Orchestra in the Royal Albert Hall for one big show. And if anything, if this band is what it has been doing since its initiation when we started, if we say we want to do something one way or another, we end up doing it. I don't see it not happening. I would love to have Ostura and what we do play some sort of show of that magnitude. I'm willing to do whatever it takes for this band to go on and play on that type of big stages.
Yes.
You know, that would be rewarding. That would be that's actually the type of ambition that I have, and I would love other people that I talk to in the music scene to have, because if I fail to do it, someone else could break the wall and do it and open up the door for me as well. And this is how I see it happening. Like when we working with Amadeus, we open doors for Ostura. Working with Ostura open doors for Turbulence. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And let's we know and the extreme metal bands as well, that happened. I see that happening. Chimera open up. Chaotion did that. Chimera, they opened the door. I don't know who did it first. I don't want to say that someone did it for someone else and ruin everything. But Blackian, Chimera, and Chaotion and other bands as well, they did that for each other. Like one band got into the main stage, and then that opened up the eyes for Lebanese metal bands to go, and you know.
Yes.
So for me, I want more people to be involved and engaged and active. The scene needs to be active. If the scene is sitting, doing nothing, it's not going to be active. No, the scene won't grow. And that's what we want. That's what we want. We want people to be proactive when it comes to music, not only proactive when it comes to social media and expressing how we don't like the situation of the rock scene in Lebanon. Fuck that. Go make an album.
You don't like it,
don't nag. Don't nag.
Yeah.
Yes, be involved. Talk to us. Like Danny said, like, you want to make an album? Let's talk to the bands who made an album. Yeah. Let's see how they do it. How they do it. You know, maybe they can help us. Maybe they can do. That's what we did. That's literally what we did. So what I'm saying is that I hope that we can at some point play one of those big stages, one of those dreams. You know, I see Ostura as a potential band to be that. So it's not about if it's better or not. You know, it's just that's the ambition. And again, doing the Arcane cover was not to do that. It just happened. Like some guy was like, "Oh my God, you should be doing that for Arcane." And this guy works at Riot Games, and this guy represents Riot Games in the Middle East. So it's like, all right, as Danny said, it's far-fetched. It might not happen, but this is a window opener. This is our pitch. Like, hey guys, this is what we do. This is your track. This is what, and we changed it. We changed the track enough. And we brought in ourselves into the track enough for us.
I listened to other covers of the same track. Yours is its own unique thing. It's not trying to be the track. It's reinterpreting in your own way. And you have something to show. If now somebody thinks that maybe I can bring that band to do that thing, you have something to show. Here, we've done it. Here it is.
Exactly.
What do you think? You know? That gives you an advantage. That adds more to your arsenal, you could say, to what you can do as a band.